Hey everyone, a number of things I want to run through with you real quick. First of all, before I address what's on the screen right now with this post I just made, if you didn't hear, Robin completed the other day the Kartra setup. She got to work on the Kartra Hempworx funnels. For those of you who have Kartra, getting your Hempworx funnel set up last Friday, and then she had to record a lot of trainings, a lot of stuff to make it easy for you guys to be able to personalize it, to be able to change the email to your name and those kinds of things once, we drop it into your Kartra. Anyway, that's all done. And a lot of you have Kartra funnels. So now I need to give you an email to send out to any pre-enrollees that you have. We'll start moving into advertising and marketing. We're still in transition period because we want to help everyone else get their funnel too, but we're moving now into a new chapter where soon you're all going to have your funnels. And then the conversation is just entirely about how to drive pre-enrollees, leads into your funnel. And then the conversation is about how I get so many signups once I have pre-enrollees. I'm going to give you the emails. I'm going to give you content to upload to your YouTube video or your YouTube channel. If you don't know how to set up a YouTube channel, we'll help you. We're going to do everything. Like it's not that hard because we're taking you through it. But yeah, sometimes you got to wait for us because we're getting all this set up. We set up systems so that it's easy. And the results that I get should speak for themselves as far as it being worth it or not. I'm on the top of the leaderboard again right now. They've changed the way you do this. It used to be by the number of enrollments. Now they're doing it by volume. And, and I may or may not get the top because whoever this is really going for it. And we're just like trading places. But I just wanted to point out again, Patricia, Trish, she just came in recently and she's in our team. And she's here in third right now. And they got some great bonuses. She holds that. She's going to get $2,500 bonus. Anyway, I keep referring to this because I want you to remember, like, when I set up, obviously I have to set up systems first. Like, I have to lead. And so when you see me doing things and you feel like, oh, I wish, why isn't he helping me do that? Like, we have to move in a sequence. Like, it's harder to help you do it than it is just for me to do it. And I need to do it, first of all, to prove to everybody watching that that's worth it, that it's worth you working through what you're doing right now because it works. And so we have to move through a process, and we have to get to your funnels first, and then we turn the page and show you how to get pre-enrollees. Not hard, it's just a process. And then we have to turn the page and show you how to turn that into enrollments. And a lot of you have gotten pre-enrollees, but I can't jump to, I've been starting to share with you lately what I'm doing to get pre-enrollees, but once we have the whole group with their funnels and then getting pre-enrollees, then I can really hone in on the nuances, on the details of how I get lots of signups. It's just a matter of time. It's not hard at all. This is all quite simple, actually. It would be hard if you had to create your own presentations and do the whole thing, but you don't. You're letting me do 95% of it and Robin. So it really, from my perspective, is extraordinarily easy. We're talking about lifetime residual income lifestyle here. And so I just hope you understand how it's just all very reasonable, like how it rolls out. Like sometimes I feel like, a lot of you are really grateful and stuff, and I haven't really heard anybody not being, but I still sometimes the way questions are framed and stuff, and it's all right. Like I have to say this to help bring to the surface, like, to help you kind of move into the right mindset. That I sometimes get the feeling that, like, I don't know, that you think it would be different. Like if you're creating a residual income lifestyle and we're creating a system for everybody, like how could it possibly be faster or easier than this? Like, this is ridiculous. So I think a lot of it, what it is for people is they're just afraid that it's not going to work because they don't understand. And that's all reasonable. But I keep saying this, knowing that the majority of you are totally on the right page. But I keep saying it to the few of you that just are kind of in no man's land about it. And I keep trying to reinforce it's a process. And if you respect that process, marketing funnels, then pre-enrollees, then me helping you get the massive signups, and you look at the results that I get, like, there's no mystery to this, guys. It's not like I'm doing some kind of magic or like amazing sales skills or anything like that. It's just a process. And yeah, the presentations have to be good. We're giving that to you. And the emails have to be good. We're giving those to you. So, and the strategies that I'm doing behind the scenes have to be employed. I'm going to be showing you those, but I got to do this in stages. All right. Let me move on. Just really want you guys to really understand as we move to the awkward stage that it really isn't that awkward. It's actually worth celebrating. Okay, so some updates here for those with pre-enrollees who have signups under them. Those of you who have it now, who have signups underneath your pre-enrollees, are going to jump them because today's a Thursday cutoff date. I've given you a number of emails that you could send to your pre-enrollees if they have people going to jump them, and you should be sending those out. I'm going to give you another one today that you could send out last minute. You could send up to 3 or 4 or 5 emails to people today. So yeah, I'll give you another one a little bit later to send out last minute if you want to. And for those who have pre-enrollees and you just got your funnel, some of you got your funnel that have Kartra, I'm going to give you an email today. It'll be a little bit later tonight to send to your pre-enrollees today or tomorrow to direct them into your funnel. And then I'm also going to be showing you how I'm going to test a new lead source so you can follow my progress. So, one of the biggest things that you're going to benefit from is me testing lead sources, showing you how I'm doing that. And then when you see great results from a lead source, you jump in. So I'm going to get that started today, but I need to send some emails out. Today's Thursday cutoff, so I got tons of work to do. But those are the things I'm looking to do before I wrap up the day. Also, we're going to hold an interactive session for everyone who does not have Kartra tomorrow, which is Friday at 1 p.m. Pacific. That's 4 Eastern. And I believe that's 9 o'clock Europe. Check your time zones. We're talking 1 o'clock Pacific time tomorrow, Friday, to update you on how you're going to get your funnel. So now that Robin completed the Kartra group, she's now turning the page. And she actually had already started on it, but she still has some things to record. So she's going to give you an update tomorrow and get you started on that. So if you don't have Kartra, join us on the interactive call or catch the replay. You're going to get your funnel soon. Okay, so what else did I want to go over today? Oh, the replay from last night. I posted it in the groups, but I also uploaded it to YouTube. Strongly encourage you to listen to that. If you just go to my YouTube channel, Behind the Scenes Hempworx Marketing Funnel Live Webinar Extravaganza. What I really talk about in here that I want you all to hear, other than updates on stuff, on the funnels, I didn't mean to, but I just started to share what I feel, the reason why I'm here. I'm like feeling like this is so dang good of an opportunity. I talk about how we know that this is positioned for critical mass, how My Daily Choice and Hemporx are, how it's going to be a legacy company, how we can know that. I'm pointing to real evidence. And the more you guys are clear on that, I think the more, the easier it will be to follow through and understand where you're at and what's going on. So, the one side of what we're offering here is the marketing, but to really understand how big of the income can be that you're building, it can be really just kind of change the experience you're having. I want you to really understand it. So I encourage you to listen to that whole webinar. I think it could be really, really helpful for a lot of you to really, really feel really excited based on evidence, on factual stuff. So I encourage you to find that and watch that. And then something I wanted to, okay, so I've been referencing a lot how I really leverage the team line, right? And I've been giving you emails lately. For those of you who have pre-enrollees to send, I want to just go through some stuff here. I think this is really, really important. This is the nuanced stuff I'm going to get into once you all have lots of pre-enrollees rolling in all the time. Eventually all we talk about is like little things that you can do to even make it grow faster. Like if you want to know how I got 214 people, it was this kind of stuff that really makes me really do it. And why I'm on top of the leaderboard right now. Now you don't have to do all this extra work. And I don't always have time. Like in January, I didn't have time, so I didn't get very many signups. And I didn't have time most of this month up until like this week and a little bit last week. I started doing this again. But it like quadruples your results. Doesn't mean you have to do it, you get much more out of the automated system when you do this. So what am I doing exactly? I've talked about it recently. I just kind of wanted to show you, and I wanted to go over some things. So first of all, when I started getting pre-enrollees, like over here, this is an Excel spreadsheet. You can do this however you want. It doesn't have to be Excel spreadsheet, or this is actually Google Docs, but it looks like an Excel spreadsheet. You can do this however you want, as primitive as you want, but this is basically the right leg, my right leg. This should be switched, and this is the left leg. It should be on the opposite sides, but it doesn't matter. This is my right leg here, and when I started bringing pre-enrollees, I would list them here. And you might think that's a lot of busy work, but it can really serve you long-term. Don't have to do it, but again, this is how I get the exceptional results, and I'll explain in a minute. And then this is my left leg, and these are my pre-enrollees here, and they're listed in order. So as I got them in, I would put them in, or I'd have my son put them in, or I'd have, if you don't have anyone to help you, you could hire a virtual assistant, or you can just do it yourself. Like, and again, you don't have to do it. It's just, it's going to help you get a lot more signups, and you might find other ways to accomplish the same thing. I keep track of my pre-enrollees here. So again, this is my right leg, and I'll show you why that's important. So it's not actually all filled in, but right now, some of these people at the top have 9 people signed up underneath them. These pre-enrollees have 9 people that are going to jump them tonight. And I like to, sometimes I send out a generic email, like a little bit earlier, I sent out an email to my list saying, hey, I'm going to send you an email a little bit later telling you exactly how many people you have to jump you. Again, I don't always have time to do this, but sometimes I do. And I shared like an email like that with you that you could send out to your pre-enrollees too. And then now I'm getting ready to send out exactly how many they have. So like from here to, give me one second. This says 3, but it's grown to 9. Which I'll know, and I'll show you how I know that in a second. So like, see how this says 9? So I just didn't update it all the way, but anyway. So, I just copied all of these, and I know that these all have 9 people ready to jump them because I checked my genealogy. And how did I check my genealogy? Well, I just went to genealogy, and I would like, again, remember, I already had this, I already had this list made. So I would just like, kind of spot check. So I'd start with the first one. I'd grab their ID. This is their ID number. And I went here and I would search their ID. And it says how many they have. It shows this person that's at the top of my pre-enrollee list. And it shows they have, actually, that says 8 people. Why does it say 8 people? Let me see first. Let me see real quick. One sec. So that's actually not the top of my list, is it? Let me see what's going on. So that's kind of weird. Thought it was 9. Let me just check this out real fast. So I'm going to search that one more time. 3358472. Yeah, that's it. So this should be the top of the list, but it looks like it's not. So that's kind of weird. But anyway, so you kind of get the idea though. So it's actually 8. And I don't know why the people at the top aren't at the top, but I got to check that out. But you get the idea that I have the whole list here, and then I kind of keep track, and now I can email them and say, hey, you got 8 people, you got 7 people, you got 6 people, you've got 2 people in your list, and here's what that means. And I'll be giving you those kinds of emails. I started sharing that yesterday. Some things that I wanted to show you that are really, really interesting. I was going through this, and I was realizing, and I don't know if there's a fast way to show you, but I was kind of going down here, and I started seeing there's a lot of people that I referred in December who signed up this week. So it's not just a theory that like people that'll be in here like week after week, they won't be paying attention. And I signed up a lot of people this week who became pre-enrollees with me in December and in January. So keep that in mind. And then I also signed up a lot at the end who just joined this last week as pre-enrollees. So it definitely works. Like even if a pre-enrollee came in weeks and weeks and weeks ago or months ago, I signed up several of those this week that came in December and January. So I thought that was interesting. And then as I was going down here, I was also, let me see if I can kind of find something real quick. Let me go over here to my other leg, my left leg. I want you guys to see this stuff that I see and understand what it all means. I'm just going to go down here a ways. I'll go a little bit higher. So check this out. So this is down pretty far, my left leg. And so this person has like 8 people underneath them. This is my left leg. And so I'm wanting to let them know that. But look at this. Like I didn't even refer this person. This is what I want to show you. And I didn't refer this person. And I didn't refer this person. These pre-enrollees all have 8 people underneath them. And I can't help but wonder, are you guys who referred them? Are you letting them know? Look at all these people that I didn't refer that have 8 people ready to jump in this week. Do they know that? Like, have you really let them know? And if not, why not? You know, you just want to let the system teach them and have it be all automated. It's like, yeah, it's like, obviously, if you like take a more proactive role in making sure these people know and understand, and telling them to log in, and I'm giving you I've already given you emails that explain all this, and I'll keep showing you this stuff, but like I'm just looking at all these people going, man, I just don't know if they're being taken care of, right? Like, do they know? Do they know they have 8 people about ready to jump them? They understand what that means? So, I've been giving you guys emails to send out in those cases. Like, we all want just everything to be automated, and like, yeah, you can leverage the automation fully, but I mean, they're just not going to pay that much attention unless you're kind of jumping up and down, waving flags and saying, hey, you're about ready to lose 8 people. It's a really big deal. Look at all these people that I can't email and let know. Like, if I could email these people, we'd have so many signups. But you guys can email them. It's not that hard. For the amount of money you make and stuff, it's crazy. So look at all these people I can't email. I can't let them know they got 8 people jumping them. I'm letting the people I know that I enrolled do it. But that's why a lot of these people aren't signing up. Like, the people that are referring them, you guys that are referring them just aren't getting more excited for them about what it means, and like making sure every week they understand. Like, when come Monday, I'm sending emails like warning them again and again. Like, I have people who became pre-enrollees in December who signed up this week. Like, they've seen me send it a lot of times. They just finally come around. But look at all these people that I didn't enroll. I can't email them. You guys got to email them and let them know. And I'm giving you the emails to send them, but you still got to do it. So it's a little bit of administrative work, but it's what really makes it. You don't have to do it forever. It's just you do that early work, that grunt work in the trenches a little bit, and it gets the thing going, because they need to know there's a real person there who cares. They need someone jumping up and down explaining what it all means, maybe emailing them. Like, I email them once or twice on Monday. I email them a couple more times on Tuesday. Again, when I can. Not every week can I, but that's because I'm making all the presentations and stuff. If I were you guys, I'd be like, really, you've got pre-enrollees in there and people are jumping them, man, you want to leverage that. All right, so that's my message for the day. I'm going to get back to work. I'm going to finish emailing my people, and then I gave you this update of what I got coming for you today. All right, but just remember, first step, get your funnel. Some of you now have it. Second step, I'm going to show you how to get pre-enrollees. Not that hard. Third step, once you have pre-enrollees, it's me showing you the things I just showed you today, and I'll get more and more specific and doing the little things you can to trigger the growth of the leg. All right, guys, this really isn't hard. It's just a process. All right, I'll see you soon.